What's up everyone, my name is Alpha and today we're back with another Pokemon challenge video. Today we're doing something very special. We're going back to the basics of Pokemon challenge videos. We're going back to solo runs. This is only because I've seen some YouTubers doing it. So I thought, I haven't done solo runs in such a long time and I really miss them. Now, if you guys do not know what solo runs are, you can kind of work it out yourself. I mean, it's kind of in the title. We're using one Pokemon throughout the entire challenge and we're seeing if we can beat Pokemon FireRed. Well, we're playing on Leaf Green, but it's the same thing. We're playing, but it's just a better title. We're playing Pokemon FireRed with only Charmander. Now, going into detail even more, we're using Charmander, no evolutions, and also no items. So, the only thing we're trying to do is beat the game, beat the main story. So, up into the Elite Four the first time around. And that is our main goal of beating the game. Now, if you like this concept and this idea of bringing back the basics of Pokemon challenge videos, just let me know by supporting the video. Leave a like. We're trying to aim for, I don't know, 300 likes. Can we go for 300 likes? I think we go for 300 likes on these solo runs. And also, as you guys know, all my Pokemon will be nicknamed after you guys in the comments. So drop a comment with a nickname you guys want me to use, and hopefully I'll use yours. And subscribe if you guys are not already. It'll greatly help my channel. We're going for our run of 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and it'll greatly be appreciated if you guys can do that. And since I said like my Pokemon will be nicknamed after you guys in the comments, the nickname for today will be Tsunami. Thank you so much for this commenter for leaving it in the previous comments. I just picked it out randomly. So congrats to you, and let's get into the challenge video itself. Long-winded intro, and now we're finally getting into our solo run. Now, to start off, our solo run doesn't start until I fully confirm my Pokemon. Now, of course, we want Charmander, but we want to just restart until we get a decent nature one. I'm looking for a lonely nature, anything that's plus attack, but that doesn't really minus my special attack, because special attack is still very important, and of course, we can't just give up speed. So any of the defenses, I'm just going to get rid of. We want our physical attack to be higher than a special attack because there are more benefits with a physical attacking Charmander than a special attacking Charmander, but we'll get to that point later on. Now, Charmander has a very, very shallow move pool. I think base stats are like, what's his base stat total? Like 300 something? 400? Let's search it up real quick. Yeah, its base stat total is 309, not even like mid 300s. I thought it was gonna be mid 300s. It's at 309. So it's not that good of a Pokemon. And like I said in the rules at the beginning, we're not using items inside of battle at all. So it's even more difficult. So we're not using the cop out. We're not using X attacks or anything like that. No potions, no healing up our Pokemon midway through the battle. So we have an easier time. We're not doing that. We're going to try to see how far we can get with just a Charmander in Fire Red and Leaf Green. We start off obviously getting a Lonely Nature one, and then being through our rival, and then training up our Pokemon. There's nothing too different from like just a regular run at this point. We're not focused on EV training at all because I don't really care, but most of the Pokemon we are facing off against will give us speed EVs, which is interesting because mostly all the Pokemon you fight in Fire Red and Leaf Green will give you speed EVs. Look, Rattatas, Pidgeys, all of them. And the Mankeys over there on Route 22, I think, gives me attack EV. That's actually even better for us. I was training up. I was having a fun time training up. I was listening to music and whatever, watching Twitch. I was like, wait a second, I could just evolve my Charmander into a Charmeleon and make the rock fight easier. Now, once I evolve it, I was like, wait a second. This is too easy. Wait a second, I'm not supposed to evolve it. So I had to restart the entire run. I had to restart the entire run because I'm an idiot. So let's just skip through that. Anyways, we're gonna face off against our first gym leader in the game. We're gonna face off against Brock. Brock is gonna be obviously the rock type gym leader of the game, and we're gonna start the battle using our Charmander against him. He's gonna start with a Geodude. Now, Charmander is level 18. 2 Metal Claws will knock out the Geodude. We are fine with that. Things should be fine. Metal Claw 3 times. Take a Rock Tomb very easily. Do you guys see that? But I get outspeeded by the Onyx, even though he hits me with a Rock Tomb. This battle could have went a different way if he decided to Rock Tomb like any other time besides this first time, and we end up beating, somehow we end up beating Brock. I swear the AI was a little bit better than this, but I mean, we'll take it because it makes our job a little easier. We beat Brock, which is one of the harder gym leaders. Next up, we're gonna head into Mount Moon. Nothing too special happens in Mount Moon. Except when we actually leave Mount Moon, we're gonna go outside of here, and then these karate teachers are also move tutors, so they teach one of our Pokemon Mega Punch and Mega Kick. I prefer going on with Mega Kick because Mega Kick well, it's like 120 power or something. It might have lower accuracy, but we're allowed to restart a battle whenever we want. So we're going to choose Mega Kick as our preferred move choice. We're also going to clear through the routes north of Cerulean City and get the TM for Secret Power. Keep that in mind, it's going to be a very useful TM. Now we're going to move on into Cerulean City's gym leader, which is going to be Misty. And even though I'm level 31, even though I have Flamethrower, this battle is not easy in itself. As you can see, we can knock out the Staryu easily, but as you will see, the Starmie is also a threatening force. We try to Mega Kick it, it misses. If we land that, actually, we would have won. As you can see, because a Mega Kick almost one-shot the Starmie. Unfortunately, we have to rely on the accuracy of it, and it's a pain. But a few more attempts go by, able to Flamethrower one-shot the Staryu, and then Flamethrower into the Starmie, follow up with a Mega Kick to its gem, and down it goes as we beat the Starmie and get our second gym badge of the game. Next up, we're going to head into the SS Ann, clear through our rival. Flamethrower on a Charmander is very broken in the early stages of the game, but it's fun to use. It just melts everything in its path. As we clear through the SS Ann, we get the HM. We're not going to put HMs on our Pokemon, come on. We're going to have an HM user in the back. He has no effect on the gameplay itself. It just, it uses HM. I need Surf to beat the game. I don't think Charmander could learn Surf. So we're going to have HM users in the back. They're not going to have any impact on the game at all. Anyways, we're going to face up against the next gym leader, which is going to be Lieutenant Surge. Surge is going to be an electric type gym leader, and he can start the battle using a Voltorb against us. Pikachu comes out, it will melt that thing as well. See Ash Ketchum, and the final Pokemon will be a Raichu. Wow, just use Thunder Wave, nice. I thought he has better moves, but outside of that, we're going to go into the Rock Tunnel. There is a move tutor in here which has Rock Slide, which is going to be a very valuable move later on. We're not going to teach it just right now as we head into Celadon City, where we're going to face off against the next gym leader. Gyms after gyms after gyms, and people really love Kanto for some reason. I'm just playing around. I love Kanto. It's up there. I think Kanto has too much hate. I think obviously Game Freak uses the Pokemon too often. By the way, we're facing off against Erica, the 4th gym leader in the game, the grass type gym leader, whatever. But anyways, going back to my tangent, we're obviously gonna beat the grass type gym leader, guys. Don't get mad at this. I'm just ranting. You guys want to see the gameplay? We knock out all her Pokemon in one shot. But anyways, going back to my tangent, they think everyone just wants to see the Kanto Pokemon. Oh my God, here's Voltorb. Yes, we wanted Hisuian Voltorb out of every other Pokemon, all 900 of them. Voltorb. Voltorb is the one everyone wants. You know what? Who would want a Hisuian Electros? Who would want a Hisuian, like the Hisuian Braviary, the Hisuian Basculin, some of the best Pokemon? Hisuian Lilligant? No. We need a Hisuian Voltorb right there. Yeah. Who needs anything else? Who needs Hisuian Infernape? I don't know, I'm just throwing things out. But that sounds cool. Way cooler than the Voltorb. I'm still mad about that. But anyways, we're going to clear through Erica, and then we're going to go into the Team Rocket hideout. And I'm going to speed this up a little bit faster because Giovanni does not impose a threat on us just yet. He will though. Our next challenging fight will be in Silph Co as we head into a fight against our rival. This will be his full team, minus some evolutions and minus one Pokemon, but this team is pretty threatening. We knock out his Pidgeot very early on, and then he sends out his Blastoise, and I'm confused. I don't know how to really take this down. He only has Water Gun though as a move, so it's not the craziest thing in the world. Unfortunately, we do lose our first attempt against him, but we follow up with a second attempt, and in this attempt we're able to get an attack raise off against his Pidgeot, and then Flamethrower would knock out his Pidgeot as he sends in his Blastoise to get Mega Kick to the face. This Mega Kick almost kills him as we're able to Flamethrower follow it up, so we don't have to rely on Mega Kick's accuracy. This was the original focus miss, by the way, and we're able to Mega Kick down the Growlithe and finish off the battle essentially, because everything else goes down to a Blaze Range Flamethrower. So my Flamethrower is super powerful, as you guys can see. We cleared through the Silph Co rival battle fight as we face off against the rest of Team Rocket. I mean, it's really the end of Team Rocket right here. His Rhyhorn used a scary face against me. This battle is a joke. Anyways, we throw away this fight, and now we actually go back into Celadon City because there is some things for us in here. We get a coin purse or a coin case, whatever it's called. We get some coins, and then we go into the prize area. In the prize area, we can get ourselves a Charcoal, which will boost up fire type moves. Very useful for us, and we're gonna get some Pokemon from the prize corner. The Chuck E. Cheese factory. We're gonna get ourselves an Abra and a Clefairy. Why? Why do we want that? It'll be useful later. I'll tell you guys in a little bit. As we equip the charcoal onto our Charmander and we face off against Sabrina. Now Sabrina is going to be the Psychic type gym leader in the game. We're going to start the battle using our Charmander against her. Flamethrower one-shots her Kadabra. Flamethrower will knock out the Mr. Mime in 2 shots. Oh my god. Oh my. Metal Claw one-shots the Mr. Mime. I retract that statement. It destroys him. And then Flamethrower will knock out the Venom off with a crit, double crit back to back. And then the Agatha comes out next. I outspeed it. And then Flamethrower will 2-shot him as he uses Future Sight. What a waste. What a waste of a Pokemon. She went and evolved that with a link cable, and she can't even use it correctly. Use Psychic or something would have destroyed my Charmander. But from there, we can go on our little scavenger hunt and get 30 Pokemon. We just need 30 Pokemon to be registered into our Pokédex. Once we do get that, we can go high and low, catch all the Pokemon, trade all the Pokemon we want, and then go into this Professor Aid person. If you show him 30 Pokemon in your Pokédex, you can give your trainer an item finder. And now use this item finder wherever the Snorlax is. So you get 2 of these items. You get 2 leftovers if you want. And then we're going to go into Fuchsia City and then face off against the next gym leader in the game. The next gym leader will be against Koga. Koga is giving me the poison type gym leader, and with a charcoal base Charmander, it's very easy. We one-shot his coughing, and then he's going to switch out to his Muck next. His Muck is not threatening at all, as I'm able to 2-shot it. He almost knocks me out. It's kind of scary. He crit me with a Sludge, but we're able to Flamethrower him twice and knock him out. Flamethrower into the coughing. We're not at Blaze range, which is unfortunate, so I was kind of wary of this Wheezing, but we end up one-shotting it anyways, because poor special defense. And then we end up beating Koga for our 6th gym badge. That's our 6th gym badge. Now from there, we can go into Cinebar Island. Obviously, we have Silph now. And we go into the Pokemon Mansion. There's nothing for us. We get the secret key and unlock the gym. But we also want to go back into Rock Tunnel, teach our Charmander Rock Slide, because that will be actually useful later on. As we face off against the Fire type gym leader in the game. The Fire type gym leader will be Blaine, and we're also going to equip our Charmander with the leftovers. He is always going to opt into using Fire Blast over anything else ever, so I'm able to keep using Metal Claw. It doesn't do too much damage to Growlithe, but it has a chance to raise my physical attack. And as you can see, it works out because Rock Slide is a physical move. I can always take a Fire Blast and regain my HP using leftovers, and easily one-shot everything on his team, except the Arcanine. But I could take that as well, Flamethrower it down, and then Rock Slide will finish off the Arcanine as we beat Blaine. And we're not going to evolve for Charmander, but we beat Blaine. Next up, we're going to go into the final gym leader in the game. We're going to face off against Giovanni. Giovanni's giving me the ground type gym leader, and as you can see, this is my first attempt. I'm able to knock out the Rhyhorn, knock out everything on his team, except the Nidoqueen. The Nidoqueen almost knocks me out, as you can see. That's pretty scary, but it also doesn't knock me down to Blaze range, so I'm unable to knock out anything on his team with one shot. So I get down to his final Pokemon, which is going to be a Nidoking. Ends up knocking me out on my first attempt, but we re-roll. We come back stronger on our second attempt, and this time when we face off against Giovanni, obviously we're going to Flamethrower and knock out his Rhyhorn to the start and his Dugtrio. Then he's going to switch out to his Nidoqueen. His Nidoqueen is going to do a bigger roll on me using Earthquake and just barely activate my Blaze ability, which forces him to lose the battle. As you see, Flamethrower will knock out his Nidoqueen, his Nidoking, and his Rhyhorn in the back. A level 50 Rhyhorn is pathetic, but we knock out Giovanni easily, and we had all 8 gym badges, no Charmeleon though. Unfortunately, I tried to upgrade Charmander's moves, but his moves are very limited, as you see. But we're going to face off against our second to last rival battle fight. We're going to face off against Gary on Route 22, and we're going to start the battle using our Charmander against him. We get an attack boost straight off the bat. What a clean. Flamethrower will knock him out, and then I can Flamethrower burn his Rhyhorn, so I could take limited damage, and then his Blasters will come out next. I'm going to Mega Kick him as he Water Guns me. Oh my god. Why? Why is this game like this? Why is this game so bad? Why? But that's not my problem. I don't make this game. I'm able to Mega Kick once again to knock out his Blastoise. Rock Slide will knock out the Growlithe, and then his Execute and his Alakazam will go down to a Flamethrower. And we ended up beating our rival pretty easily. From there though, we're going to go into a victory road. We're going to avoid all the trainers the first time around, and then eventually train up our Pokemon to about like 75, 80-ish. That's like a good range. I tried to beat the Elite Four using low 60s. It did not work out, so we actually have to go back and trade up our Pokemon as we face off against the Elite Four itself. Now facing off against the Elite Four, we're level 81. So we're going to firstly start off against Lorelei. So you already know it's going to be difficult. It's the water ice type Elite Four member facing off against me. I'm able to, on my first attempt at level 81, I'm able to knock down her Dugong, her Cloyster, and her Lapras with a flinch rock slide. Now unfortunately, the Slowbro comes out and it completely walls me. And that is unfortunate. So I lose to the Slowbro, which is a shame. It's a reoccurring pattern. It's not like it was a one-time thing, because Slowbro really hard counters my poor Charmander. But I even try to get a burn, like it's gonna do anything. Burn does not do anything for us. Yeah, sometimes the Dugong takes turns on beating down on my Charmander. Sometimes the Lapras do, sometimes the Cloyster even do. You know, everyone takes a turn except the Jinx. Jinx only comes out at the end of the battle, so we're fine with that. It doesn't have to put us to sleep ever. But we're trying to work on the strategy where we get attack race. And we get an attack race on the Dugong. We're able to kind of steamroll through, but even with a +1 rock slide, it does not knock out the Lapras in one shot, and it can one-shot me. So that's also a problem. What we have to do is face off against the Dugong to start the battle, Metal Claw to get our attack raise, Metal Claw once more to get a second attack raise, and then Metal Claw trying to go for a greed, but we don't get the third one. We have +2 in attack, and that should be good enough as we're able to rock slide, miss in front of the Lapras, but luckily for some reason it threw by using Confuse Ray. But it's all good because we land the next rock slide and we're able to knock out the Lapras. Slowbro comes out, we're able to Mega Kick it, not one-shot it unfortunately, but it's gonna amnesia. So everyone wants to throw now. Everyone wants to give up and throw and let me have an easy win when I have a secure win. So Mega Kick will one-shot the Slowbro to the face and then Breakthrough Confusion once again. Flamethrower will knock out the Jinx as we beat Lorelei. Next up, we're going to face off against Bruno. Bruno is a pain to face against because his Onix has Rock Tomb. It lowers my speed. If my speed gets lowered twice, then obviously everything outspeeds me on Bruno's team. So Onix can live one Flamethrower and then Rock Tomb me whenever it wants. So that's a problem in itself. As well, the Hitmonchan also comes out next, and then it follows up with a Rock Tomb. So obviously, I'm going to get outspeed if I get hit twice with it. So my game plan was to Flamethrower it. Hopefully it crits or burns, or get a Metal Claw. None of this works at all. At some point, I even try to risk it and use Rock Slide flinches. That also didn't work. I actually beat the Machamp, the Hitmonchan, and the Onix in the back, but then obviously even with one Rock Tomb on me, the opposing Onix actually outspeeds me still and then knocks me out. So what we're going to do is start the battle and then Rock Slide crit flinch it, which is so funny. What a great start for us. And we're able to Flamethrower knock out the Onix, avoiding any damage at all. And then we're able to take one Rock Tomb from the Hitmonchan, and then 2 Flamethrowers to knock out the Hitmonchan. We face off against the Machamp next. The Machamp is going to get bulk up, get swole in front of us, but Flamethrower will burn it, and then a second Flamethrower will knock out the Machamp. Next up, he's going to switch out to his final Onix. Completely fine. He can outspeed me with one Rock Tomb, but I'm able to Flamethrower him. I'm able to survive the Earthquake decently well, and I'm able to Flamethrower knock out the Onix. Easy peasy. Hitmonlee comes out next. We're able to Flamethrower knock it out in one shot. I forgot he had it on his team, honestly, but we beat Bruno just like that. Super simple. As we face off against Agatha next. Agatha is going to be the Ghost type Elite Four member, and Charmander is going crazy right now. Metal Claw is so broken. It almost one-shots everything with Metal Claw. Jeez. Unfortunately, Rock Slide doesn't. Rock Slide does not knock out the Golbat, and we take some unnecessary damage. And our first run, we actually lose against her, which is unfortunate. But we come back stronger than ever. We're face out against Agatha. Now we're gonna start the battle against her Gengar, but just by Rock Sliding first. We're just gonna Rock Slide her down because you know Rock Slide does a lot of damage to Gengars and Haunters and all of them. They have weak physical defense, and then we're able to Metal Claw and Rock Slide knock out the Golbat. It's just looking super simple for us. Flamethrower will knock out the Arbok. Two shots. 2 shots will knock out the Arbok. Then the final Gengar and Haunter will go down, and we end up beating Agatha super simply. Here comes the real test though. We're in face off against the 4th Elite Four member. We're in face off against Lance. Lance is going to be the Dragon type Elite Four member, and honestly we have no moves to do anything with. Like I have no Toxic is not a good idea. So what we have to do is face off against his Gyarados first. His Gyarados has Intimidate to start the battle, so he's going to lower my attack stat to begin with. So We have to negate that by using Metal Claw to boost it up. Fortunately, he has Hyper Beam, so that's a problem in itself. If I do beat the Gyarados, he has an Aerodactyl that I think I speed tie with, so that's an issue. Most of the time the Aerodactyl wins the speed tie, and he also takes a Rock Slide if I land one, so that's a problem. What we have to do is try to Metal Claw, trying to get a boost up and not take too much damage from the Gyarados. And unfortunately, even if I find a way to knock out the Aerodactyl, Dragonite's in the back, so we have to deal with a whole Dragonite. Luckily, I outspeeded. Unfortunately, I don't get a flinch or anything, no crits, no nothing. It's just gonna one-shot me, so that is unfortunate. So I keep trying at this. I keep trying for the next 30 minutes. The same patterns, nothing really happening. And then I realized, wait a second, Secret Power. Do you guys remember Secret Power from all the way back then? Replacing Mega Kick with Secret Power. Interesting maneuver right here. Now Secret Power has a chance to actually paralyze the opposing Pokemon, which we're going to take full advantage of. As we paralyze the Gyarados, gives us some opportunities to get some healing with leftovers, and as well get our Metal Claw boost up in front of the Gyarados. Eventually this will actually work out in our favor. Obviously not in this attempt because it just Hyper Beams and knocks me out, but we retry. Once we get 2 Metal Claw boosts on it, we're able to knock everything out. Secret Power into the Aerodactyl, paralyzed on the first turn, and then we're able to Rock Slide, knock out the Aerodactyl. Dragonite comes out next. I'm gonna Secret Power it. It decides to Safeguard, and then I'm able to Rock Slide, knock him out. I can't use Secret Power anymore, but it doesn't matter because Dragonair comes out. It tries to outrage me, does like 20 damage. So we're able to Rock Slide, knock out the Dragonair, and we finally beat Lance. Jeez, that's probably the hardest battle. I couldn't find a way to really get around Lance, but we ended up beating Lance, and that is done. Next up, we're going to face off against Gary. Gary's going to be the final battle of the entire run, and as well the entire game. He's going to be the champion of the game, and we're going to start the battle against him using our Charmander. He's going to start with Pidgeot. We get an attack boost early on. We actually knock out the Pidgeot easily. Then he switches out a Rhydon. Yeah, knocks me out easily. He one-shots me with Rhydon regardless of what I do. So my plan of attack is trying to protect him. So I was like, if I get him low enough, I think he'll just switch out. I'm trying to, Secret Power. I thought he was gonna switch out that turn, and he switched out the following turn, and then he knocks me out. So that is unfortunate. Now the game plan was to try to predict him. Metal Claw does not do enough. So what we have to do is to face off against Gary. We're gonna attack the Pidgeot until we get a physical attack raise, and then Secret Power it, paralyze it. It's most likely gonna switch out this turn, and then we're able to Metal Claw 2 times. Rhydon goes down, and we're secured the bag. Unfortunately, next up he switches out to his Blastoise. We're praying Secret Power will paralyze him. We use Secret Power, it paralyzed, and he's stuck in paralysis. And now we're able to Rock Slide, one-shot his Blastoise, and this should be game. We knock out his 2 biggest threats, Blastoise and Rhydon. Everything else, just gotta be careful. Play it safe now. Don't use anything dumb. I had to use Metal Claw. Could have lost us the game right there. I outspeeded Alexander for sure. +2 on physical attacks. A Secret Power will knock him out as I have 100% accuracy with it as well. Then he's going to switch out to his Executor. Executor is nothing too crazy, as I'm able to still flamethrower him and knock him out. Finally, his last Pokemon will be an Arcanine. His Arcanine is nothing crazy at all. We just got to play it safe. We're going to Secret Power it. Luckily, we get a Paralyze on it. So all we have to do is just try to knock it out at this point. 2 Flamethrowers will knock him out as he's just trying to speed me down. But Flamethrower into another Flamethrower in Blaze range. Finish the battle against the Arcanine. And we are champions of Kanto. And also, we finished our first solo run in about 2 years at this point. So I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I'm bringing back solo runs, so support the channel. It's been such a fun video. We're not going to evolve our Charmander, because it's a Charmander. It's a legend forever. It's our Charmander. So I want to say thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. It's great, so fun to make, honestly. I love these solo runs. If you guys want to see more, just drop in the comments and let me know. Anyways, my name's been Alpha. Hope you guys all had a great day, and I'm out. Peace.